show you guys how you can save 4 hours of study time a week in nursing school and watch your test grades improve as you do that. So I'm sure that'd be helpful to everybody. So as we do this, I'm going to actually get into nursing.com and we're going to navigate around a little bit, and I'm going to show you different things that you can do to help save time. This first one is the most important, and I want to make sure that you see this and you start using it immediately. If you're not a member of nursing.com, just head over to nursing.com. You can start a 3-day trial for just $1, and you can set this up right away within the first about 20 seconds of starting your plan. So let me show you how to do that. This is the most important. Make sure you're taking notes on how to do this. So when you get into nursing.com, you're going to land on a page somewhat like this. And it's a little bit slow because I'm streaming, but you're going to land on a page that looks like this. And the way that you're going to save 4 hours of study time every single week is with study plans. These are the most important thing inside nursing.com. So go under here and click Create Study Plan. And think of study plans almost like a playlist. Think of study plans as the thing that you're going to use to make sure you're studying exactly what you need while you're going through school. So over here on your study plan, this is where you create it. The best thing you can do here is sort by book. If you're in ATI, taking some ATI courses, or fundamentals, or med-surg, maybe you're using the Lewis book, or the Perry and Potter, or Potter and Perry. I always think Harry Potter with that. Potter and Perry. This is going to be so clutch for you. Watch, if I'm using the Lewis book, I just click there, under books, click Lewis, then come under here. Maybe we're studying chapter 6, so I just click chapter 6, and all the lessons inside nursing.com that line up with that chapter of the book come in here. And all I've got to do is just add the ones that I need the most help with, okay? So let's say that instead maybe I'm ATI and I'm doing the med-surg, I'm doing nursing care, respiratory, so I can add those in there as well. And so you can see very quickly I can build this playlist of lessons that align exactly with what I need to study, but I can ignore like all that extra stuff in my med-surg book or those long text-heavy resource books that you guys get, and I can watch these lessons inside nursing.com by educators who are taking care of these patients. So if I come back over here, then I can give my study plan any name I want, and I can even give it a due date. That's just optional. Maybe my test is coming up in a week, maybe it's coming up in 2 weeks, and I can do that. But let me show you another really powerful thing. We've gone in and we've pre-selected different lessons for you. So maybe you need to review cardiac. That's going to reset my study plan. I click OK, and it automatically adds all the things that I need to study for cardiac. But we've done some other ones as well. GIGU, fundamentals. I've even added some of my favorite ones in there if you want to watch my favorite lessons, just to see which ones I really like. So you can quickly do that in here. You can add different lessons, but then you can also just search. So let's say I'm studying pharmacology, and so I can just search in here for different lessons and add them to my study plan. Once I give them a name, let's say this is my cardiac test, then I can also give it a due date, and let's say that test is coming up in 2 weeks, and then just save study plan, and that's going to automatically save to my account. And now anytime I log into nursing.com, I can pick up right where I left off. All right, so let me show you that. So now it's been saved. This is my cardiac test study plan. It shows right here that I have 16 days remaining. I've completed 0 of the lessons, and I've answered 0 questions. So right under here, I can click View Study Plan Lessons, and all the lessons that I've added to my study plan pop up right in here. So I can say, yeah, preload and afterload is the one I need to study. So I come into preload and afterload, and now I'm given a lesson by a practicing nurse who's taking care of a patient and who has a deep understanding of preload and afterload. I'm given a very visual, easy to understand, easy to review lesson. So you can see, then I come over here, I watch my preload and afterload, it's very visual. I look at my cheat sheet. So I can review the cheat sheets, I can review the the images and everything on preload and afterload. And it makes it just super, super easy to learn and to quickly get this knowledge that I need. Let's see. All right. So let me pop back over here. Another really helpful thing that we've added recently is this ability to download and print the lesson outline. So if I click on this print button, what it does right here is it pops up these notes in I can save as PDF, or I can send directly to a printer, and it pops up these notes for this lesson so that I can quickly review and have those for later, so I don't have to copy paste or anything. I just print those out and take notes as I watch this lesson. Now, if I wanted to add this to a different study plan, I can click here, add it to a different study plan, but remember, it's already on my cardiac study plan. If I want to master it, you can't actually master a lesson until you've scored an 80% or better on the quiz. Now the quiz is right here, and I can just take this quiz right as I watch this video, as I listen, so I can really start to understand. You can see there's select all that apply, but the best part happens when I click submit. The learning happens on submit. That's something we like to say here. The learning happens on submit. When you submit that, you're given all these really deep rationales that include cheat sheets, references, videos, and you can see why each question answer is wrong, why each one is right, and you can really start to increase your learning very quickly in here just by taking this quiz. Okay, so now if I come back to my dashboard, now when you go back to your dashboard and you look at that your study plan, it's going to start telling you your progress on that study plan. It's going to tell you how many questions you've taken, how many lessons you've mastered, and so it's a very quick and easy way to see how you're doing. So back over here, you can see I've completed 1% of the questions on my study plan, so I've still got a ways to go. I haven't mastered any of the lessons because I didn't score at 80% or more. So once I score an 80% or more, I get that mastered ability on that. Okay, if you look at some of my older test plans here, you can see these ones have 0 remaining, so hopefully I've done better than I did on these test accounts here. So that's really the power of these study plans. You can create study plans based on textbooks, you can create study plans based on your syllabus, you can create study plans on anything. And for those that are in concept-based nursing programs, let me show you what you can even do. So if I come in here and decide to create another study plan, I can actually filter out lessons by concept. So you can do here, just under this filter here, I would select this filter and then apply a study lessons, apply a concept. So let's say we're doing, I don't know, let's say we're doing infection control. I can filter by infection control as a concept, and then I can add all the lessons inside nursing.com that relate to infection control. And so you can see how fast and easy it is to quickly learn exactly what you need to know. And by taking out all that fluff, by taking out all that extra stuff, it saves you a tremendous amount of time in your studies. So that's the first way that you can save over 4 hours of study time a week with nursing.com. It's simply by making study plans that align with your textbooks, that align with your syllabus, that align with your other study resources. That's the fastest and best way to help yourself save a lot of time. So if you don't have an account, head over there, start your $1 trial, create a study plan, and just watch the power of having those study plans and that guided study work for you immediately. All right, let me answer a couple other questions for people that we get often. How to create a study plan, we talked about that. One of the best resources that we offer here with the nursing.com Academy is NCLEX. Now, maybe you've heard of NCLEX, maybe you haven't. NCLEX is an NCLEX simulator that mimics the actual algorithms used in the NCLEX. Rather than just delivering you 75 questions or 100 questions, it actually delivers you questions, and as you perform well or as you perform poorly, it continues to deliver you questions to try to gauge your level of readiness for the NCLEX, or essentially what the NCSBN terms the 95% confidence interval. So what that means is, as you answer more and more questions, we become more certain in your skill level and your ability to answer NCLEX questions correct or incorrect. So we've built that with NCLEX. And when you join nursing.com, one of our NCLEX plans, you get access to NCLEX, and you can actually take 3 NCLEX that will deliver you between 75 to 65 questions in an exact, in something that looks extremely similar to the NCLEX and that testing environment that you're going to see. So we tell you kind of some of the rules here that apply to taking the actual NCLEX, and then you begin your exam. Let me just show you what it looks like. So it looks very similar to the actual test, and what we recommend for students is as they go in to take a NCLEX, that they set up an environment that looks and feels a lot like the actual exam. I was in Austin at a Texas nursing student convention and talked to a student there who said that she took a NCLEX at 3 in the morning and she fell asleep halfway through and eventually it timed out. We don't recommend that. We recommend taking a NCLEX at the same time of day, the same day of the week, in a very similar setting to when you are going to take the actual NCLEX exam, and it's best taken close to the end of your 4th semester, because that's when you have the most broad range of knowledge. And you're going to be given very broad questions in here as you take the NCLEX. And you can see as you go through, it doesn't give you answers, it keeps counting your time, because it's really trying to deliver you something that feels and looks and behaves like the real NCLEX exam. Now about 30% of the questions are going to be select all that apply. You're going to have image questions up, you're going to have image questions on there as well, because we want to again give you something that helps you prepare and feel prepared for when you take this NCLEX. Now, we do suggest that you take it all in one setting, that you don't walk away or whatever, but you can exit out if you absolutely have to. All right, so that is NCLEX. It's super powerful. And then once you take one, it'll actually deliver you a really cool graph, and this is an account that doesn't have one of those taken yet, but it'll give you a really cool graph of how you performed on each question, so you can kind of see how you did, and it will show you your pass or fail. Now the NCLEX, like I said, works a lot like the actual NCLEX, so it's possible that you could fail in 75 questions but get 45 questions right. It's also possible you could pass and only get 32 questions right, because each question is given a level of difficulty essentially, or given, and your chance of passing each question is 50-50. But if you're getting more questions that are difficult right, you will probably pass in fewer questions with fewer right questions. If you are getting more simple questions wrong, it's likely that you'll pass with more questions wrong and pass sooner, or fail sooner, excuse me. So it works like that. Over here on your NCLEX dashboard, you also have access to our 468-page NCLEX prep book that is going to be for sale up on Amazon as a physical book here in the next couple days on March 2nd, 2020. But you get access to a digital copy in there where you can take notes and prepare for NCLEX. We have NCLEX practice questions in here, tons of cheat sheets, and everything for you to be able to review. So if you look over here, this is what it looks like. Again, it would load faster on yours. I'm streaming, so that makes it go a little bit slower, but it's actually all loads pretty fast. Okay, so that's the book that you get access to. Yeah. Then, when you use the NCLEX prep program with nursing.com, you also get access to pre-made study plans by our nursing educators, where we've actually pulled out for you what lessons you need to review, how many questions you need to do a day, when to take a NCLEX, and all that. And you can set your test date in here so that you know kind of how many days you have left and how much time you have left to prepare. So but we put 4 study plans in here, a 2-week, a 4-week, a 6-week, and a 12-week to help you kind of pick what's right for you. And then as an NCLEX prep user, you would also get access to the NCLEX prep course, where we have about over 2,000 lessons inside nursing.com. But for this NCLEX prep course, we've pulled out the 349 lessons, and we've curated that through our nursing educators to give you the 349 lessons that you really need to review prior to NCLEX. And you can see we show you how complete you are with each of these modules. So broken it up by community health, fundamentals, med surg, mental health, peds, pharm, and test taking. We really suggest taking this test taking course. That will save you a ton of time and help you feel more prepared. So a question we get a lot of times is, which plan should I choose? And that's a really good question. What plan is best for you when you're purchasing nursing.com? Now, this all depends on where you are in your journey. Nursing.com is a place that you can study and prepare as a nurse from the day you contemplate being a nurse until the day you retire as a nurse. Due to that, we have stuff there for pre-nurses, we have stuff for nursing students, we have stuff for NCLEX prep, and we have stuff for practicing nurses. So, which plan is best for you? Well, if you're just thinking about nursing school, the best plan for you is probably one of our pre-nursing plans. In there, you're going to get help with HESI and TEAS prep, you're going to get anatomy and physiology courses, and you're going to get some questions to help you prepare for HESI and TEAS. So that's the best plan for that. If you're a nursing student, you have a couple options. You have really 3 options. If you're a brand new nursing student, the best plan for you would probably be the 2-year plan. With the 2-year plan, if you make 6 payments, after your 6th payment, you don't make any more payments, and you get access to the entire platform for 18 more months, so a total of 2 years. So 6 payments gives you access for 2 years. That's a great plan for nursing students who are maybe in their 1st or 2nd year because it will give them access to everything, including the NCLEX prep stuff for a full 2 years. Think about that. It's huge. So it gives you access to everything you need to get through nursing school. It gives you access to everything you need to prepare for the NCLEX, including questions and content review and all that, all in one platform. But then it also gives you some stuff that would be helpful for you as you start practicing. It's all right there. It's incredible. If you're just at the end of nursing school, you just need something for NCLEX prep, one of the NCLEX packages would be best for you. With that, you can choose from just questions. You can do questions with SimCLEX, or you can do the full NCLEX review course, which is what I was just reviewing with you. Those are all in line with NCLEX prep and stuff like that. You could also choose the 2-year plan as well, because it would get you through NCLEX with all the stuff that you need, but then it would also give you access to all of the new grad courses, things like IV starting, how to find a job, how to prepare for your first job, how to chart, all kinds of super helpful courses and cheat sheets to help you as you're beginning your first job as a nurse, right? That's a really scary time. And so we've created all these 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 courses with more coming to help you prepare for your first year as a nurse. And these are pretty awesome courses. So like this IV insertion course, we've got some beautiful video to help you kind of prepare to start IVs. So let's just see here. And then we've given examples on bariatric, dark skin, tattoos, and we've given you videos of how to start these IVs with tips and tricks from practicing nurses, as always. So that's really helpful. So if you're a nursing student or preparing for NCLEX, that's a really good plan. If you're an already practicing nurse, the best plan for you would be just the new grad plan, which comes with yearly access. So let me shoot. Okay, let me cut back. There you go. So you can see these videos, really nice video, so you can kind of watch the full procedure happening, and then we walk through everything, and we have cheat sheets. So it's a great way to learn how to do IVs. So yeah, that's really helpful there. So what plan is best? It really depends on where you're at. If you're pre-nursing, really the best plan, unless you're like already accepted to a school. If I was already accepted to a school and I'm pre-nursing, I would go for the 2-year plan because it would get me through the entire program plus NCLEX prep. If I was a pre-nursing student not yet accepted, I would go for a monthly pre-nursing plan because that would give me access to all that I need there. If I'm a nursing student, I would probably opt for the 2-year plan unless it's really because I'm just struggling with one course. If I was an NCLEX prepper, it would be kind of a toss-up between, if I was an NCLEX prepper but just needed questions, inside nursing.com we have 6,000 questions with rationales and all that, so I would probably opt for NCLEX or NPQ plus SimCLEX plan. If I was wanting content, it would be a toss-up between the 2-year plan and just NCLEX prep. If I'm a new grad, I'm going just with new grad. So that's how you can know what to really go for there. Let me show you really quick what we've done. So if you do opt for one of the plans that has multiple different academies in there, whether new grad, pre-nursing, whatever, right here is where you can go between all the different products. So this little toggle up here, if you're on a tablet or something, this will be buried in your little hamburger menu. But this is how you can toggle between different products. So pre-nursing, nursing student, NCLEX prep is just here. And you can see the menu changes. So you can find all the courses and practice questions and stuff that'll line up with any given plan just by toggling right here. And then you got your study plans and everything down here. People really love this practice question on the dashboard here. You can take a practice question every time you come here, and it will give you the rationale and everything right there on your dashboard. So that's pretty cool. All right, so if you don't have a plan yet, head over to nursing.com. You can start a 3-day trial. You can see these detailed rationales. Let me show you, though, one thing that people really love are the cheat sheets. The cheat sheets are one of the best features because it breaks down even more what it is that you need to know into a nice, pretty little cheat sheet. So let's just scroll down. Here we go. Here's one on cleft lip and palate management. So you click on it. It looks like I might have uncovered a little bug. Nice. So anyway, you click on any of these cheat sheets and it will pop up here, and it's very visual, very colorful, very nice. And you'll notice as you start going through the academy that they're color coordinated too. So your peds cheat sheets are going to be like pink, your cardiac ones will be red, and so it starts to line up with what it is that, like all your farm ones are going to be this orangish color. So if you do print them out, you can put them in a nice binder and have it look really, really pretty. So let me write that down really quick. Heart rhythm, cleft, lip, and oh, now it worked right. Weird. I wonder if it was going slower. I clicked the wrong one. So anyway, cleft lip and palate management. You can see it's pink because it's OB Peds. Anyway, they're really pretty cheat sheets. A lot of them have really nice images with really condensed descriptions, and they all fit on a nice 8.5 by 11. So that's super helpful. Let's see. Let me go. So look, our whole goal here, guys, is to help you pass. We put an enormous amount of effort into this. We hire the best nurses, we train the best nurses, we train them in our way of teaching. We have graphic designers and NCLEX question writers and a whole team of support agents that are working around the clock to help you guys find success. This was all started because I had kind of a bad nursing school experience, and I realized that even though I was a smart student, I was struggling, right? I was struggling to find the time and to get all this information into my head. And I realized that, you know, while learning heart failure is hard, it's already hard because of all the, you know, things that we have to learn. Learning how to take care of a human being is hard, but it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be hard because we're given too much to read, or it shouldn't be hard because assignments aren't organized or instruction is delivered poorly. It's hard because it is hard to learn anatomy, physiology, and care for people. So we started all this to really try to help people to learn what it is that they must know to be a good nurse and to take care of patients versus wasting time on all the extra stuff that doesn't need to be done. So that's why nursing.com came to be. Tammy, are there any questions that people have?
No questions yet.
No questions. All right. We are live streaming, so if you do have questions, go ahead and pop them down there. But if you guys have not signed up yet for nursing.com, I invite you to do a 3-day, $1 trial where you can get access to all the elements that you need to have success in nursing school. This takes all that there is to know, condenses it, boils it down for you, gives it to you in a clear, concise, easy to navigate way so that you can learn and improve your grades. Daily, we're reached out to by students who were failing, who were struggling, who were on the verge of being kicked out. And within 1 week of using the program, their grades turn around. That's what it's all about. We're facing a nursing shortage of about 600,000 nurses by 2024. At the same time, about 22% of nursing students are failing out because they don't have the support they need. They feel too overwhelmed, and so they're failing out of nursing school. We've got to reverse this trend, and the best way to do that is through improved education and not trying to drown these people who are trying to become nursing students. And that's why we exist. We are being used in schools across the country. We're being used in hospitals across the country, and we're being used by nursing students all over the world. And we're all here for you. This is all about you. You guys aren't alone. You can have success, and we're here to help you with that. So do we cover pathophysiology? We absolutely cover pathophysiology. When you go into lessons inside your account, we've boiled down, let's say, like heart failure from this massive chapter of 400 pages down to an 8-minute lesson. Within there, we review the pathophysiology, but then we also teach you what you need to know to have success in that course and the must-know information. So yeah, we cover pathophysiology in all the lessons. You can download cheat sheets from within the lessons, and that's one thing I haven't been able to show you guys yet. So here, let's go to, let's say like, let's do like angina. So nursing care and pathophysiology for angina. So you have the video up here again, it's 10 minutes. Then below the video you have cheat sheets, you have Picmonic. So if you have a Picmonic account, you can view those stable angina, unstable angina, Picmonic in there. We have BioDigital, which is pretty cool. This BioDigital is like 3D navigable, interactive images that you can move around and study at a little bit deeper level. You can see I'm kind of just scrolling around here, and I can actually review more what angina is going on. So I can see this dead cardiac muscle tissue right there. So that's pretty cool. Then we have care plans written by ED and ICU nurses, pathophysiology, etiology, desired outcomes, nursing interventions for a patient with angina. So this is what is actually going to happen with deep rationales. Look how cool these are. These are so cool. And so you have access to about, what I want to say, gosh, I want to say over 200 care plans on different topics. Then we have our mnemonics in here that you can review. Then we have images, so you can review the images, and all in one place if you're a visual learner. Well, let me show you this. So then as you watch the video, it's not just reading from a PowerPoint, this is what you need to know. These are really engaging videos that have a lot of images and drawing to keep you engaged and attentive, right? We want to engage you guys as students. So that's all there. And then below here, here's your pathophysiology, all right? And then we also discussed that pathophysiology up here in the video. So if you need that pathophysiology review, no problem. Angina is chest pain that is caused by lack of blood flow to the heart. So we write it down there for you. We also review it up here in the video and draw it out for you. Then we have all these images of what's going on. But then we also get down here into the assessment findings, therapeutic management, patient education, and then you can also review the full video transcript here. So if you want to review the transcript later, if you have hard of hearing, you can review the full transcript down here. Whew. But then you can also take questions. And as you take these questions, you can review the rationales and everything. And like we say, the learning begins on submit. That's where you start to learn all this stuff. All right. And if I've assigned a study plan, if I've created a study plan, I can have it appear right here so that I don't have to go back and bounce between things and go back to my study plan. I can just review the next lesson in my study plan, or I can review the next lesson in the course just by clicking that right there. So that's pretty cool. And if I like a video, I can just add it to a study plan right here. Let's say, man, that's a really good video. That would be really helpful for my test coming up tomorrow. I need to add that to my study plan. So you can just, from right in here, add it to a study plan without having to leave the lesson. So that's pretty helpful. Now, like I said, we have about 2,000 lessons in here, so there's a lot to learn. So what's the best way to navigate and find things when you're trying to look for them? The best way is this search bar up here. It's a small little search bar, but it will deliver you lessons, cheat sheets, care plans, all on any topic that you search in there. So you can see I typed in angina. Right now it's showing me all, but I could filter by, let's say, cheat sheets. I want to just see angina cheat sheets. So I can click right there and it pulls up angina cheat sheets. So obviously the first one is angina. I click on it and I can review a nice, beautiful, color-coded cheat sheet with the absolute must-know stuff on angina. You see it's red because it's heart. How pretty is that? You can download it. And then we have a couple other things on chest pain and cardiac meds and stuff like that. But let's say, no, actually I want to see care plans on angina. I just need to see a care plan really quick. Boom, here it is. Boom, just like that. Ba-boom. So that's pretty cool. So I can see the care plan for it. But let's say I actually do need a full lesson, like we're going over angina, we're going over perfusion in nursing school. I can just click, oops, I clicked course. So we don't have an angina course, but we do have some angina lessons. So if you click lessons right there, it's going to bring up all the lessons that cover angina, and then you can quickly watch that straight from your account. So that's pretty helpful. And that's the best way to get around. So you can get around by either navigating through the lessons and courses, or you can search and dig deeper into what it is that you specifically need to know. Now guys, this also comes with an app. So when you use nursing.com, I got it. When you use nursing.com, you can download the app, and that, of course, is free once you have an account. Man, the lighting's kind of bad. Anyway, you got the full... Why is the lighting so bad on that? It's just too bright. So you got the app that you can get on your phone. That's fine. But you can watch all the lessons in here. You can view cheat sheets. You can take questions in here just right on the app. So as soon as you start your 3-day trial, just head over to the App Store, download the app, and then you can take this studying with you. So there's no more wasted time like waiting in line. And what a lot of people love is, here, actually let me start one really quick. So let me go into a lesson. Let me just find one, it doesn't matter. What a lot of people use this for is for when they need to listen, or let's say they're driving, you're driving to school. Watch this. So I'm listening to my lesson on sinus bradycardia. So like, let's pretend I got this plugged into my phone.
We're going to talk about the characteristics
you can
of
close it down,
bradycardia
and you can just keep listening.
And most common symptoms. Some of the
you can listen to the lessons from your phone as you're driving, and then it will just auto play those as you're driving to class or whatever. So you don't have to have this open. You can drop it down, look for the next lesson. So the app is absolutely important to have to go along with your online account.
And
so you can watch this and look for the next one. And I can have it, I don't have to have my phone on to listen to those. So that's really helpful. A lot of you guys are commuters, and so I would definitely say absolutely get the app so you can listen to those, watch those as you're commuting back and forth to school. That'd be a huge help. What else, guys? What else? What other questions do you have? So really, guys, this is the best way to not just survive nursing school, but get all that knowledge really into your head and really excel in nursing school to really achieve those goals that you have. This is a perfect program for RNs. It's a great program for LPNs. Regardless of where you are in your journey, we're going to help you. Because, we need more people to be able to get into nursing school. That means you guys need to do well on your SCNTs. Okay? That's what we're here for. We need you guys, once you get into nursing school, to survive. That's what we're here for. We need you guys to get out and pass the NCLEX. We have massively horrible NCLEX failure rates. That's what we're here for. We need you guys, when you start your first job, to stay working as a nurse. We need you there versus this 1 in 5 nurses leaving the field after 1 year. That's what we're here for. We're here to get you into nursing and keep you into nursing because we're all in this together. And so we built the best place to learn nursing, and that is nursing.com. It is going to be the best supplement for you as you go through this journey of being a nurse. You guys, we love you so much, and we want you to succeed. You can succeed. We have a question?
Noel said, I didn't know about the app.
Yeah, dude, you gotta have the app. If you have it, so just go to the App Store and just type nursing.com or NRSNG. It'll still pop up. Let me talk on that a minute. So people have asked why we changed our name from NRSNG to nursing.com. And let me address that really quick. The main reason, guys, is because it's much easier to share. We want, again, to reach as many nursing students as we can. And so you guys that are all super loyal fans and love us, nursing.com is easier to share and remember. It's much easier to just say, hey, I use nursing.com. It's awesome. You got to check out NCLEX. It's so cool. So that's really the reason we did that. But yeah, you got to have the app. If you don't have it yet, it's, again, free if you have your online account. So just go to the App Store and type nursing.com or NRSNG and it should pop up. Cool. Any other questions? All right. You guys, we love you. We want you to succeed. Go out and be your best selves today. Happy nursing.